tell me then your journey for personal brand, because you said you kind of got started in like 2014-ish, right? Like in real estate, but then like you weren't having the success, you weren't attracting some of the clients that you like. So then you're like, oh, I got to change it up. I assume that's kind of when you were like, all right, I'm going to get more intentional about building my brand. And then you started attracting people that were attracted to what you're putting out there. Like, when was that? Like, when did you actually really start getting serious about building your personal brand?
So by a couple years into it, by like 2016,
Yeah.
we were all in on social media by then. I was like,
Okay.
done with the open houses, done with this noise. Like, don't even get me started on cold calling. I've never done it in my life. I tried door knocking one time, and we live in Arizona, and like I can't tell you how many signs were on doors of like armed, don't solicit. Like, it's just not a good look, right? And so there were just a lot of things that I just straight up was not about to do, because I left a full paying job with benefits. Like, I had a way that I wanted to do this. And when you're on social media, there's a saying that you have to niche down. And I came to understand that specifically in real estate, if you're the real estate agent for everybody, then you're not the real estate agent for anyone. If you are trying to get every single deal and convince everybody that you can handle any kind of transaction, you have not given anybody a compelling reason to hire you. Yep. Because what you've said is like, I'm really good at opening doors. Any door, I'm there. Turn the doorknob, pull the crank. Like it's just like, that's not it. Like, because guess what happens? Homie comes in and puts a freaking keypad on the door and cuts you out of the whole deal.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Right. And so like, it just came to understand that real estate agents never had to create that personal brand and niche themselves down. They never had to do that. Why? Because we had the MLS books.
Yep.
We had the keys in the broker offices. The internet comes around, changes everything. And now suddenly we have to niche down, and like, love it or hate it, that's just the way it is. And so I got really curious about what that meant. And what I found is it's all about that ideal client. Like, what is the audience? What is the market segment? Are you going to go all in on relocation? Are you going to go all in on second time moving up? Are you going to go all in on first time home buyers? I mean, there's not that many options. It's easy to pick one, but you have to pick one and then go all in. And the thing that's interesting about social media is you don't just like make your intro post and like wait for the inquiries to come in. This is a story and a journey that you have to publicly share for years before it becomes extremely profitable. Yep. But as soon as I start saying that and sharing the truth of how that really looks, we get that backlash of like, but I need business now. Mm-hmm. It's like, do you want business tomorrow? Do you want to be in business next year? Like, yes, you need business now. And there are ways that we can help facilitate that. But if you are an agent in 2022 and you're not building your personal brand and you are not laying this foundation to be able to set yourself apart, convert leads on their own before they ever get to you, you are going to be lost. And I see that with agents who come to me through my mentoring. They come to me from my YouTube channel, or they ask me for help with marketing. They find me somehow. And they say, Steph, I make $1 million a year. I've been farming the same neighborhood for 30 years. It's not working. I looked at the books last year. We were down 30% in listings. Like, I don't know what's happening. It's just not the way it used to be. And they don't understand what happened. And what happened is that people came in and started to develop these relationships on social media. But because those seasoned agents thought that they didn't have to do it, they were out. And the agents who ignore this today, who are getting into the industry today, who ignored that like warning call, are going to be in the exact same position. And they're going to be part of the 90% who flake out of the industry after a couple of years.
Yep. So now
I get really passionate about this.
Love it.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
We're literally, if we don't figure this out, this industry is going to be decimated by tech.
Yep.
Decimated. I am in the hotbed of the home buyers, like the iBuyers. Yep. We got Homey, we got OfferPad, we got, you know what I mean? We chased out Zillow, but for how long?
Yep.
And so I just think that we're at like that pivotable.
Yep. Pivotal.
For a moment.
I love it.
That's going to like, you know what I mean? Determine how long we actually get to stay in this industry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree 100%. And so now real quick, let's dive into, you talk social media, right? So you use that term. What does social media mean to you? Like for an agent that's hearing that, like, like, what are your feelings as far as like, maybe they want to do it and they want to start the personal brand. They're like, should I do it on a certain platform? Should I do it on all platforms? Like, where do I kind of go? What do I get started with?
Yeah, I think that the first thing that agents need to understand is we're not changing anything that's always worked, right? The number one thing that makes real estate agents successful is that know, like, and trust factor. It's relationships and it's connection. Like, no one's just going to hand over $40,000 of their home equity to someone that they don't trust. It's just not happening. And so we need to understand that social media is an extension of the database or that community involvement that, if you're doing these things in terms of creating your network, building relationships, getting referrals, social media is an extension of that. It's the exact same function. It just happens to be happening behind a screen, right? And so that's number one. And so the question is, where is your database? Because again, we're not changing anything that we're already doing. You should already trying to be creating a referral-based business. Like, that's number one for most people, even if they're also doing cold calling. Because guess what? If you get clients from cold calling, you create a database and you try to ask them for referrals. So it's all the same thing. And the first question is, where is your database hanging out? Are they on Instagram? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Google and YouTube? Like, try to understand where that market segment hangs out. Look at those demographics. And don't try to answer this for yourself. Ask them. They will tell you. Pick up the phone or send a text or just like look them up online. Think of your favorite past clients and just start searching online and see where they are. Yep. If they're all on TikTok, you don't get to decide that TikTok is too stupid for you. Yep. It's not your choice. Like, the eyes are there. You just have to show up and you have to figure it out.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching this quick win series here on our YouTube channel. Of course, any resources or additional videos mentioned during this quick win are linked below in the caption, so check that out. And if you have not yet, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time we're dropping other quick wins just like this.